again, I'm here with the video, and this is me giving my honest thoughts on The Walking Dead. Now, if you guys don't know, at least most of you probably should know, The Walking Dead has not been, how do I say this? It hasn't been as popular as it once was. Now, if you guys have been kept up with the show, you'll know that the viewership is going down. Ratings have been going down. A lot of people, without a doubt, so a lot of people have clearly stopped watching the show. I've seen a lot of people say that they're done watching, that they're sick and tired of it. And people might be wondering, like, why is that? Why are people done watching it? Why are people so sick and tired of it? It's no surprise that this show has been, there are many reasons to why people are done watching it. But if I had to name a couple of reasons and take some guesses, okay, for example, I feel like people are getting sick and tired of the same old cliches. For example, you know, like one best example is that people are getting sick and tired of the same old format. In terms of, the Rick and the group, they find a safe home, or they find a safe place, they call it home, and then they stay there for like a good season, and then it gets destroyed. And not only that, but also another thing is that characters get killed. There's really lack of character development. Like, for example, back in the day, that was one of the biggest things about The Walking Dead, like developing characters. Whether it was Rick, Daryl, Carol, and even guys that died early on, like Dale, Herschel, you know, Glenn and Abraham, like their characters were developed pretty good enough for us to care about their deaths. But in recent time, guys like Noah, or people like Noah, Denise, their deaths are just like, dude, I didn't have enough time to care about them. Like they weren't even there that long, blah blah blah. And then people also get mad that some characters hung off for way too long, like. But it's kind of stupid though, because I've seen people complain about, like, for example, people feel like what's that guy's name? Eugene. They feel like he's been here for God knows how long, but then no one says that about Rick, Daryl, Carol. No one says about this, no Morgan. They don't complain about them, but so that's kind of weird. And also too, people are just sick and tired of like. They feel like they're not respecting the source material in terms of whenever they do these character deaths, they do it for the sake of shock value, which is no surprise considering the latest death, if you know what I'm talking about. And it was that death that where people say, you know what? That's the final straw for me. I'm done with this show. People have stopped watching it for a long ass time. People are sick and tired of it. People are saying that, and yeah, because of that character, because of that death, people are saying, well, it ruins the comics, or it screws the comics. And people feel like there's really no more, like, people feel like the zombies are just becoming an afterthought now. That they're like, the zombies should be like the focus point. It's The Walking Dead. But in recent time, that they focus more on, like, I guess, how do I say this? I guess, like, war between humans, I guess? I don't know. Which, I don't know. I mean, that's a debate for you guys to decide. I don't know. But I personally believe that, and another thing is that people are just so fed up with, like, again, people are also being so pissed off with how they drag out deaths. First of all, they did it with Glenn, the Glenn fake out, which, I mean, I honestly didn't really care. And I even read that fans were really mad with the whole Negan cliffhanger. I don't understand that. I mean, I don't get why people get mad at that. I mean, I didn't really care, to be honest. And then, of course, they also got mad with the recent death. And yeah, they did. I mean, and yeah, clearly the show does do that. They like to drag out deaths, but I don't really care, though, to be honest with you. And also, another thing is that, yeah, I mean, people are just not happy with the show. And on another thing, oh my god. The show is not just known for its good storylines, and some of their characters. It's also known for giving us really good special effects, CGI effects, whatever. However, in recent time, for example, that deer was stupid, and the green screen was so horrible. But I don't know. And then people are also, and yeah, I mean, just in general, people are just not happy with the show, saying that it's one of the worst shows now. I don't understand why AMC, the same people behind, they were smart to end Breaking Bad after 5 seasons. Why didn't they end this show? I don't understand. And if the rumors are true that this show could go on for like 50 more seasons, I have no idea. I mean, and now and if you want an example of a show going from great to complete terrible, that's The Simpsons. A lot of people have said that The Simpsons has clearly run its course, saying that it's a show that should have ended years ago, but it's still going strong to this day. And I don't think they have any plans of stopping anytime soon. I really don't. Now, you probably, if you were to ask me my thoughts on it, if you were to ask me, am I gonna keep watching? Am I done with it? I mean, I'm still going with it. I mean, I don't have any, to be quite honest with you, I don't have any plans of stopping. I mean, I've sunk too much of my life and energy into this show. I mean, I've been watching this from the beginning like most people. So I honestly have no plans of stopping anytime soon. I mean, I have. I mean, like whenever they put a new season on Netflix, like I'm constantly just I constantly marathon this show. I mean, for God's sake, like with season 7, I practically marathoned or binge. I know people say binge, but I like to say marathon. I basically marathon season 6 episodes for season 7, the last 6 episodes, and that took about a good 6 or 7 hours because we had to constantly pause it, rewind it, and it's like, and it's very time consuming too. That's the other thing. Like it's not just with that show though. Like with all the Marvel shows like Daredevil, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Jessica Jones, The Defenders, and The Punisher, all of those shows and The Walking Dead, they're all so time consuming. I mean, that's why, like, in general, that's why I'm not a channel that reacts to all these episodes, because you gotta cut shit out. You gotta limit the amount of time, like, for each episode, and you have to, it's obviously like extremely time consuming to edit that. It's like an hour long, and this camera doesn't really have enough space for me to do an hour video, even if I wanted to. And it's just too much. Like, that's why I don't do that. I know someone recommended I should do that, but I can't do that. I mean, and really quick, like, if you were to ask me what shows I even watch, I watch the Marvel Netflix shows, I watch The Walking Dead, and recently I began watching Ash vs. Evil Dead. And I'm aware that season 3 is coming out. I'm looking forward to it, but that's a video for another day. But back to The Walking Dead. Back to the point. I'm getting off topic. So yeah, guys, and another thing too is that, and what I feel extremely bad for Norman Reedus, because for many people, Daryl was like the most fan favorite character. He was like the most talked about guy. People called him, without a doubt, the best Walking Dead character through like seasons 1 through 3 or 4. Maybe even through 5, I don't know. But in recent time, they haven't done anything with this character. The writers just don't know what to do with him. But like, I'm not saying I still like Daryl. I still, and that's possibly like the only reason why, like, if I were to begin to lose interest in this show, the only thing that would probably get me hooked on is Norman Reedus, because I still want to support Norman Reedus, and I still want to support the rest of the cast, but mostly Norman. And and again, I still want to, Jeffrey Dean Morgan too as Negan. He's like possibly one of the only good things about this show. So I still want to see him and all this good stuff, So yeah, guys. So I still like supporting the. I mean. And I've poured somewhat money into this franchise in terms of like buying a couple of merch. I don't really have that much merch on me from The Walking Dead, but I do plan on buying. Like, there's this one Negan figure I want to get. I mean, clearly I've been having this Walking Dead t-shirt for like 3 years now. I had that one Daryl t-shirt, the Fight or Die. You guys have seen me wear that shirt. And I have this one Negan Funko Pop, but I don't have it right now with me. So I poured some money into this, sort of. So I mean, so yeah. Like I said, I don't have any plans of stopping. I know some people might come on here and tell me you should just stop. It's not worth it, but I'm still going along with it though. I mean, like I said, I have literally no plans of stopping anytime soon. I understand that people are very fed up with the show, saying that it's awful, it's dumb, it doesn't pay respect to the comics, but it has though. I mean, it has stuck to the comics every here and there. There are many other issues that I'm pretty sure people have for not watching this show anymore, but I'm obviously not, I don't have a list with me. I'm not going to go through all of them. But yeah, guys, so you can let me know your thoughts down below about The Walking Dead. Let me know, are you still going with it? Are you done watching? Like I said, if it gets to a point where I start to lose interest, I don't know, because again, I do want, but even though Daryl has not really been the same as he once was, that's not stopping the whole, oh, if Daryl dies we riot. Those are still going along. And clearly the character still has its fans. You know, he still has his supporters. He still has his fans that clearly back him up, myself included. But and really quick too, now that we're talking about Daryl, I remember watching a video like talking about him, and someone said, why is it that when he socked up, because it's clearly his fault that Glenn died. He socked up Negan and he killed Glenn. So I saw so many people saying or asking why was there no heat towards Daryl? Like, and there wasn't. There was not a single person complaining about it, which really surprised me. But then again, someone even said, yeah, but if it would have been anybody that would have hit Negan, he would have killed Glenn probably either way. So. But yeah, guys, so I think I went on too long about this, but I had to get my honest thoughts on this and just talk about, you know, like why people are done watching this show and all that stuff. And again, yeah, it's no surprise why people are done watching this. Again, lack of character development, the exact same format or story, you know, shock value, having these horrible habits, and just all in all, just not pleasing fans or pleading fans or whatever. Pleasing, I think. So again, guys, this is just my mindset on the show. I really don't understand, again, why AMC cannot, I don't know why they don't have the brains for this one. They had the brains for Breaking Bad, and they ended that show, but with this, they feel like they should just keep on going when it's really stupid. But yeah, guys, but that's pretty much it. I mean, I could go on for 20 more hours about this, but I think I made my point clear, so I'm not gonna go on for too long. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other reasons people are done watching. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are you know, again, I'm pretty sure people have their own reasons to why they're done watching this, but again, I'm not a wizard. I can't read people's minds. If I had other good reasons, I would have had them here, but whatever. I'm just taking guesses, but I'm pretty sure I have a good idea. Pretty much it, guys. So again, I'm still going with the show. I'm still on the bandwagon. I'm not done watching it. I'm still going with it. And again, if it ever gets to a certain point where I get sick and tired of it, then I'll let you guys know. But until then, yeah, I mean, I'll keep watching it. I mean, again, I have no plans of stopping. You know, I've sunk too much of my life into it. I mean, like honestly, like at this point, I feel like there's no turning back now. So yeah, guys. So that's pretty much it. All right. So and yeah, and if you want, and if you're a fan out there, if you're fans that are telling me, what are you talking about? People are still watching. Yeah, there are, but then there's also people that are done. And I mean, go on YouTube and look at all the rant videos. There are millions and millions of rant videos on this show. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. All right, so I'm gonna end it right now before I go on too long. So yeah, you can let me know your current thoughts down below. All right, so be sure to click that notification button. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Until then, REKLEZ Rich, signing up.